Welcome. My name is Frank Curtin, and I am a co-founder with Doc&Do. And today I'd like to welcome you to a presentation on Doc&Do for coaches. So if you are a coach, whether it be a business coach or a life coach or any type of a coach that obviously has content that you deliver and clients that you service, this would be an application of how you can manage your entire coaching business on a platform that allows for real-time communication between you and your clients and great information that allows you to keep you up to date on what's going on with your client. And it's portable, so you'll be able to take this business with you anywhere. So it no longer confines you to an office space where you have your hard files and things of that nature. So whether you're talking about from the procedures you use in your coaching all the way through your management of that actual client and the deliverables, whether it's you delivering to them or them delivering to you. So let's jump right in. So what you're looking at here is the main page here, and you can sign up and get a free account at any time. And keep in mind that you're never alone. We're always here to help you when you're doing this. So let's go ahead and log in, and I'll show you exactly what we're talking about. All right, so as we get into the system, we'll go ahead and we'll get in. The first thing you'll notice when I log in is I have a my inbox, and the navigation of the Doc&Do system is as a repository. There is a built-in inbox that only reports to you things that take place within your entity or system or anything you're following, and it's things that other people do. So if you're taking action in the system, it will not report to you, it reports to them. Now, if you are a coach, and that's why you're here, then you're going to understand that, obviously you're going to have some internal things. So let's say that you have some internal coaching documents, and we'll call those the administrative documents. So you might have enrollment calls, and you might have, client observation sheets, and you may have even a self-evaluation sheet or something along those lines. Well, keep in mind that these are the types of things that you can keep internal to you. And with this system, you do not need to give access to anybody but yourself, or to maybe other coaches that are in your business. So you may be doing this with a partner or with several junior coaches. So now, with that being said, you'll probably have some session work. So along with your coaching, you've got a curriculum, and so this could be session work or curriculum, or call it what you will. And so you might have, session 1, 2, and you might have these files uploaded into the system, and you can upload whatever it is you need. The other thing you can do is you can add notes that support you so that you'll understand perhaps some things, maybe some nuances that you'll want to be aware of, or that you want your coaches to be aware of as they're using these. Now, you can load sessions this way, or you can build them out and start adding junior children, sort of like this, the way you have enrollment call and client observation as a child to the administrative function. You can go ahead and do the same here. So within the session work, I could have all of them together because I know it's me, and I just need to grab these PDFs, or I could break it down this way. Now, with that being said, there's also another way that I could do it. These very same sessions, I could choose a different type of function, and these are what we call our online documents. And I could do these a number of ways. So I could put in my very first one, and maybe this is this here, if you'll notice the coach over, this would be like focal points, maybe that's our first session. Well, when I come over here, you'll notice that's focal points also. And if I come and click on this, it's going to bring me up, and here we have our information. So now we've got our focal point. So the good news about that is that you can do this any way you like, and whatever is more convenient for you. Now, if you do it this way and break it down this way, when you use your iPad or your iPhone or anything like that, you have very easy access to this information on those devices. You do on the PDFs as well, but this is a lot easier to read than it would be to have a PDF on your iPhone, for example. So you could be anywhere. You could literally be on vacation, you could be on a beach, you could be wherever you need to be, have access to the information you need to deliver your coaching call effectively. Now, along here is you might have some deliverables for your clients. So now your client is going to need perhaps some homework assignments, and they're going to get some things from you. So let's say in this example you've got focal points, okay? And so here, this would be a document that the client would get. So when you click on this particular one, and you could again deliver it the other way like we talked about, maybe they're here and they're going to go through a few of these items in this coaching program, and this is one of the documents you're going to give them, and they're going to go and answer these questions. And then when you prepare for your call and they prepare for the call, they're going to answer these questions for you as you take them through it. So however you do your coaching program is it's completely up to you, and it's within your confines. But now I could give access using this little follower function right here, and I could build in and just type in the email address, bob@bob.com, and give the user access that I want. If I only want them to download it and read it and not be able to change anything, I give them guest access. If I want them to be able to upload things, I give them user. Now, I wouldn't do that in this section because this is something that they would just download and use for their call. So now let's get into the client. So we've got our internal items. This is what you and your coaches need. That's right here. That's the session work. Then we've got what the client needs. This is the stuff that you want to make sure that they get their hands on. And then thirdly, we've got the management of the client. So let's say we do have these 3 clients. So I'll go ahead and I'll expand these out a little bit to give you some ideas of what you could do. There's a couple of ways that you could structure this, and remind you, this is completely up to you how you structure this. This is just an example, the way it's done. So in some coaching programs, maybe there's some administrative docs that you want your clients to have, i.e. the enrollment form. Maybe you have some kind of a free strategy session or something like that they filled out some information, or that you want them to fill out some information to get that. And then maybe there's some worksheets or something like that. So in this case, these are a few of the documents that might get out to the client. And then now let's get into the client themselves. So we've got John Smith, Mary Jones, and Bill Jones. You could do it a number of ways. Here's a very detailed way you could do it, and here's an easy, just a simple way. But I could come in here on the administration of documents. They could upload the files. I could add notes right here. All I simply do is click on here, and it brings up an editor. I can keep adding and building on them. So I have that opportunity to do that. I can also, with John, maybe there's some key things that I need to know about John. I can come in here if I want to into the description. John's brother had surgery, and John is, maybe John's just not himself right now. Maybe the surgery didn't go so well. So I can put notes in here and then blah, and, et cetera, and I can keep going. So now when I click on John, when I come in to check my notes, there is some information that could be relevant to me. And I probably want to put something in there that is meaningful to me about John. Maybe it's John's got 3 kids. Maybe John is married, and he has perhaps his spouse is a working spouse, and he has no time with them. So one of the things that he's looking for is to create time in his life, and you're some kind of a life coach that wants to be able to help him, create that for him and his wife, and re-engage themselves. And so whatever kind of notes that help you trigger the types of things you would need when you're having your call with them, then this might be a helpful place for you to put it. So everything, if you'll notice, is contained in one place. You can put it anywhere you want. And then let's say that you're the type of coach that when you leave a call, you're going to make sure your client has a homework assignment. So great, you would have them upload their information here. So I would give this person, I would give them the user access. So if I put, John Smith right here, I would give him user access here, and John will only see this. John will not see this because John does not have access to this. John won't even see your notes that you put under here because he is not given access at this level. We only give it at this very tight level. He will see his name only. He won't see anything else about it. And so the main reason to do this, or to do it something like this, is that it gives you a place to keep all of John's information together. And when it comes to the administrative side, you're going to have a contract most likely that determines, how you get paid, what deliverables you have for him, and stuff of that nature. Now, another way that you could do the same business, but you could just manage it a little bit differently, is let's look at Bill Jones. You might have a section called private, and then you're going to have, your administrative and stuff here. So you may have things in here that you're going to take some personal session notes on with Bill, and these are things that you're going to write down as Bill speaks, and these might be things that you're capturing, thoughts you want to know. You could do it a number of ways. You could write it down on a piece of paper, scan it in. You could use your iPhone and take a snap of your notes, and it could literally get loaded up into this media section. So I could do it from here. And if I'm using my if I'm going to go ahead and use my iPhone or my iPad, I can use the camera on that to take a snap of whatever doc I'm looking right in front of me, and I could do that multiple times and add them in here. I could also just use this notes section here. So I have lots of options here to be able to manage these sorts of things. And then as I'm coming through, I could get a little bit more detailed where I give access on the session assignments here. I give this to the client. And this is where they're going to upload their homework assignment. So you gave them that document from over here. Remember, we talked about this one. Let's say you handed out this document to them, or you gave them access to it. And when I finish that call and that homework has been turned in, and then I can give them access to this one. So now I'll come and I'll give it to them here, because I don't want to give them all 12 items before we're on those 12 items. If this is a 12 step program, then I want to make sure that I do this appropriately. So you as a coach, you're going to have some sort of a curriculum or some sort of session. You're going to have some sort of assignments that your clients typically do. And if you don't, that's fine. It's not a requirement. This is just one way. Again, we're just kind of giving you examples of ways that you could use it. And it allows you to pull it in here. But it's really important that you understand you're not alone here. If you are a coach and you are looking to use the Doc&Do platform to manage all of your client work and have fingertip access to this, you can work with us directly as well. We're happy to help you get set up the way you want to get it set up. Now, you can run your entire business. There's a lot more you can do here. This is an example of just a segment on how to run your actual business. There are plenty of other things that you can add. You can add a function anytime, but you can do things from, if you have a business and it's a incorporated business, you can manage all of those. You're going to have some sort of an operating agreement or bylaws. You're going to have an EIN number if you're in the United States. You may have a stock ledger or a shareholder if that's the type of business you are. You're probably going to have resolutions if you have a bank account. That's an example of some things you can do to start managing your entire business. So not only would we have just the from this high performance stuff from this coaching side, not only would we have that, but we can add to this and just keep building upon it as we start adding more things, because all I need to do to add a function is come in here, select what type it is, and then give it a name, and off I go. And I can go from there. So a lot of options, a lot of opportunity here for you. The most important thing that you should be your walkway is that it's all comprehensive. It's fingertip available anywhere you are. It's there 24/7. You give access to your clients on the fly. If your client calls you and says, hey, we've got our call in a couple of days, you said you were going to give me access to something, you literally log in, whether you're on your iPhone, iPad, Droid, or on at the web, and you come to the next lesson, you give it to them in case you had forgotten. So things are very, very quick to give access to. And it's super easy because once they create their account, you just use their user ID. And then it's that easy to add somebody to the next piece and the next piece, et cetera, et cetera. And you can manage a whole host of clients. You've got great history, because this will keep your history indefinitely. And so it can become very important if you get repeat business, because maybe you offer multiple kinds of coaching programs. Or if you have a change in coach, you get the whole history all together. You don't have to look for paper files and things like that. So it can be very, very powerful in how you use this. So with that being said, that's how you can use Doc&Do as a coaching platform. And the best part is, as I said, everything's all at your fingertips. It's readily available when you are, and you can put in here anything that you want, and you can secure down the things that you want for your eyes only, and you can have things available to your clients when you want them to have access to it. So it's a complete comprehensive solution for what you're looking for. I hope that helps. Here's Frank Curtin signing off.